Every year we award best performing farmers. So 2015 we awarded a national best farmer. 2016 we awarded another best farmer. The two of them are here. And then in 2016 we had a national best female, most enterprising female cocoa farmer. She is also here. And we have two other farmers for two of the high producing regions, Western South and then Eastern region also here. Those two farmers for the two regions are also members of the board of directors of Ghana Cocoa Board, the regulator of the cocoa industry in Ghana. We brought them here to come and follow up with the value chain to see how the cocoa benefits chocolate makers. What are the do's and don'ts? What should they do to improve on the quality of the cocoa? And also to look around the place and meet with other officials and have as a reward for the hard work that they have done over the years.
We received them from the airport. We gave them some break to relax, and then in the evening we took them to say hello to the High Commissioner in the person of His Excellency Papa Osuankuma to say that these are your subjects and they've come to visit and to say hello to him.
Ghana for here, but BGD says they are focusing the best because you percent they should enjoy the fruits of their labor. I say cocoa farmers, they say ma obi young so a teacher near now or person in Basu, woman ye teacher, obi who a doctor, person and by a doctor, lawyer, son a person I can cocoa full crowd. The Quebec University wire postgraduate class still or a person obey cocoa man because American is son here. Farmers no say one more crown can crow. Maybe I'm going to say even before independence, that time no farmers they see that can see was me or Danny, the horror Massimo, a Bessayaba. The Mukra there and yet a young one of Bessie. Mubesi Mumu factory, a process cocoa.
We brought them to our office and we gave them an overview of our operations and what we do here. And we also gave them the opportunity to ask questions for clarification and to explain whatever they want to know. In here, you may get so cocoa no yet on Ghana. Cocoa biara yedreba Europe, another America, another Abrochino. Until the mayor ton wogum, the Imausikada, Nayadamo, Nayasu Adiska. Nayin Mumaya and ye, you'll be a friend that markets, another go. The one yaton cocoa, Nahono, Omo Bia, who can des our ton cocoa, no more fear being, Adam in fear being, Motumaton cocoa. The next day, we took them to Madame Tizol. There's a place that distinguished men and women, their images have been put up by some artists. So we took them there just for them to identify with great men and women, the people who have distinguished themselves in their various fields of endeavor. And then that same day, we had a boat cruise on the River Thames, which is one of the key areas in London here. So we took them around and I believe they really had fun. mayor of London hosted a program at Trafalgar Square. So we took the farmers there and they had the opportunity to share their experiences as Ghanaians and as cocoa farmers and what the farming in Ghana is like.
It's a privilege we the farmers, and that will also encourage us to motivate our youngest or the youth in our area to involve themselves into cocoa system, because to be a cocoa farmer, I think it's a great job. I don't think to be a cocoa farmer is a punishment, but rather it's a very great job, because I do not be cocoa, how can I be able to manage to come down to UK? It will be a very tough time for me to come down there, but through to my hard work in cocoa farming, I've been able to come down to UK without having any problem at all.
We also moved on to Salon de Chocolat, where this is an exhibition or trade fair of people in the chocolate industry, exhibiting everything that they have and things that they anticipate to be in future that will facilitate either processing or manufacturing or whatever in the chocolate industry. So it can be machinery, it can be the product themselves, it can be services. And for the first time, most of these farmers saw how chocolate or cocoa can be used to process into different things. Cadbury has a place in Birmingham called the Cadbury Cocoa Well. And this is where they exhibit the supply chain from bean to bar. So we wanted the farmers to have that bit of experience, walking them right from production stages throughout to processing stages to product.
Best cocoa beans are grown here in Ghana. Cocoa, or Theobroma cacao, is the most important ingredient in making Cadbury chocolate. It is the cocoa that gives chocolate its distinctive taste.
With that cocoa board, especially chief executive, any board members, Sam so one member with my Valentine, CI, Birmingham, for Cadbury, for you. Now I'm a near ye, and near make a second see or I'm a human crying. Emma, some quiet, who couldn't bear yet a cassia. I've never bought Babuno. Now I show on the air family made with a quiet one, the more on the fool, much I say. Sir, we have phone, but wow. Can we? I'm at 76 years. Not a buying go board at my baha. I know you call London. I call her near my what can I so call her? And never who be that. See, go home here and come in.
I want to thank Mr. Abuahin Edu, the CEO of Cocoa Board, and the board members, especially Mr. Amenya, for all that they have done for me in this trip. In fact, I'm very happy that I'm called to be one of them, to join them to UK. I've really enjoyed this trip. I want to encourage my colleagues, the farmers in Ghana. They should improve their work and work hard towards cocoa industry so that everyone, we can get more cocoa in Ghana, and I'm going to expand mine to next year. I'll try and work very hard to produce more.
Yeah, they come with the Asabaka, ever cocoa board for penny for. So Obama, a quite jacket, say. I must say, they don't work as a bit. Where the biggest chocolate factory a Cadbury shop. Fat, they say a buy a diama mabeun haselo, and Abamania Jipuko Juba Hopa. Etividia, Yabaka, and say, Coco, no, Sai Yang, Adam Yasuntino, Ghana would be prepared to the Slovenian Union Market say. Say, I quite Jamania, me digital. Ubian so near the home, South now so big as I quite Jano. Now also the Abbey Pierre Lade, I say. Now I bet share your Juma, yeah, a so fast.
Meda Ghana Cocoa Board mpenifo ase papa se o ma manya saa kwanje yi abedu lending abonten so na ma behwe ba bia ye de ye cocoa eba e de ye chocolate ni nyama bebre ama ma behu nyama bebre wo ha eno ehye me nkran mo se ebe ma matimi ato aso ayeku adwuma no akwa animu timi da Ghana Cocoa Board mpenifo ase.
We sell cocoa to people or companies outside of Ghana, but some of them have not come into contact. So we made arrangement with one of the trade houses to pay a visit and to understand how the external trade is done, and also to share lunch with them. So we met with Olam, and the farmers also understood or appreciated what we mean by external trade and how they also do their business.
We're sourcing from around 4.5 million farmers, so around the world. You know, our true belief is to go as close as we can to the farm and to the community as we can, and really to the end customer as close as we can get. We're not the chocolate maker, but we are the supplier of everything that goes into a bar of chocolate, right? In the butter form and in the liquor form. And cocoa powder is really our key thing as Olam.
So we're both looking effectively, us here in this office and the CMC guys in Accra, we're doing exactly the same thing. We're both looking at these prices, we're both gauging how what we can pay and what they can sell at, based on the prices that we see on the screen here.
We finally put some icing on the cake when we had invitation to visit Parliament, and we went to the House of Commons and the House of Lords, and we had an interview or a meeting with the Prime Minister's envoy to Ghana, Adam Safrie, and we had a very good chat with him.
We crowned it with a reception in honor of these farmers. So we invited people from the High Commission, we invited some of our trade partners, we invited colleagues from the banking sector, and all others that we work with. And together we really celebrated these farmers. And we are not celebrating them as individuals, but we are celebrating them as a symbol to celebrate all Ghanaian cocoa farmers, for that matter. We know that their experiences will be memorable, and we are believing that even as they go back home, they will have memories of their trip to London and would always wish. And we believe that this will also spur them on to increase their yield and to encourage others within cocoa farming to also give out their best.
With our glasses raised, we are drinking in their honor. We are drinking in respect for them. We are drinking in support for them. And we say, Ayiko. So hip, 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 hip. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, 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 hip.
The cocoa industry is older than Ghana, and that is why we say cocoa is Ghana and Ghana is cocoa, to show how cocoa is the backbone of Ghana's economy. In celebrating our 70th anniversary on the 2nd of October, we had the president to launch a national campaign for cocoa consumption. And as a result of that, he says we will get the school feeding program to adopt that and give every school child, every basic level child, a drink of cocoa a day. We're looking forward to get the secondary schools to also take up. We've had meeting with the Minister of Education, and they've also bought into the idea. So very soon, we'll see our children taking cocoa, and that will help them with their cognitive development. It will help them in their health. And we also expect all the elderly ones to join. So now it will be wrong when we are having a meeting in Ghana to say we want to have a coffee break. It is now a cocoa break.
I tell you, the government is ready to support you in all that you will be doing in farming. The government of Ghana now, Nana Akufo-Addo, is really going to help farmers, especially cocoa farmers. So please, get back home, encourage everybody to go into farming, cocoa farming, and then our country will have a brighter future. So on this note, I say well done and ayiko to our gallant cocoa farmers.
I wish to extend our warmest congrats to our distinguished farmers here. I have a personal history with cocoa farmers because I'm a forester. We can't have cocoa without the forests because we are a bird and we have same feathers, and for that matter, we flock together. We've heard about the productivity of these cocoa farms, and I can tell you, without those trees from the forest providing those shades for those cocoa trees, that productivity would not be heard of. So cocoa and forestry, we are brothers, except that they are our bigger brother.
On behalf of the universities, the universities is public funded institutions in Ghana. And as my colleague said, obviously, what your hard work and sweat is what is paying most of the infrastructure development on our campuses. And if we are all products of these universities, it means that we have benefited from you. Therefore, we thank you so much.
I think that we cannot come here, Ghana International Bank, and not recognize our hard-working cocoa farmers. I remember we signed Cocoa Board facility in Paris about 3 weeks ago, and that was $1.3 billion. And it all happened because of our hard-working cocoa farmers. I mean, $1.3 billion. That's a lot of money. And from the financial point of view, Ghana waits every year for this money to come in. Because when this money comes in, then the exchange rates and everything starts stabilizing. So we know that the cocoa and the cocoa farmers are very important to Ghana.
Da fie na nyongo ahanye hewale ni boni nye chu onye ni nye ha ewonye hewale ni nye chu kechano erade nhram oma muafin enos se ne be ya modwuma no so be kesi ya mamu akwaba.
I have to say a word of congratulations to our hardworking farmers for all that they've been doing for us, because
If they are not there, we are not there as we don't have anything doing by way of calling ourselves a company, because all that we do is to manage the cocoa value chain from planting through harvesting, through selling, to exporting, to processing. And we happen to manage the whole of the value chain at that level. And we have been in bed with them for all this while. And when this is happening and I happen to be here, I have to say a word of congratulations on behalf of my company.
The Europa ba yes ye nuanum so omonso de omo ahyem se ne ye be yire ye ho na omonso a friend say production no so akosoro na omonso anya kwan abehwe habi no yes ye be di sa adwuma no na yamsa na me kan kire manager say manager when we say afi we ye ba ye no ba bi amode ya fa no mama ka say ye nkwan na amode ye den abefa ho omo mu fi akire ba nyina so monye de monye omo so de no maye de enchen ye de no ebi se anka afo na omo ba ye no omo nya kro omo anya ye de na ya de ye nya no enti ne eba kire no enchen ye so ye de no se ne ye a obi anse na ni be ye de ebeje ewo koko duaye mu enti mi gina ha ewo minu ani mi na namu e de na sekese e da mo ase se yenso yenya mumu na ewumukwa na manager afoforo ba na wo se yensa amra kwa ebe den ye beba na ya ba besram ye da mu nyina se.
From the High Commission throughout to the trade partners, it was a wonderful experience for them to receive farmers from Ghana, and they think that this initiative is laudable and we need to continue it, and if possible we need to let other farmers have this opportunity to see what happens on the other side. Even apart from cocoa and what they've seen in the cocoa, they've also had life-changing experiences. I mean, experiences that if they hadn't come here, they would never have seen. They've seen the London experience, the cruise, they've enjoyed the train system, and the educational system here. They've witnessed a lot of things that are beyond cocoa. And we believe that this also, apart from their cocoa life, enriched their individual lives.